Good morning. Wow, I guess it's still morning Pacific time, 11:56. Fairgrounds Race 4 coming up 21 minutes. I think they delayed the post time a little bit or something, but um I don't know. This is my best bet of the card on race 4, so I was like, well, let's just wait till the race comes. I like the 1-6 exacta. It's getting bet. I bet it. It's still getting bet. You're getting about 20 to 1. The 1-6, the 6-1 paying about 16 to 1. I like the 1-6 actually better. So you're getting 21. You're gonna probably get bet down, but 3 took a lot early action. So but all night moonlight risk manager. I thought that they were the best two in this race. This is their card actually is really good today at Fairgrounds. Kudos to them. Like there's a lot of great racing, but they put together a really good card at Fairgrounds. I think here you can see there's a lot of speed. Liar's Poker. Liar's Poker, I thought maybe hang around in the try. We'll have to look at the 3 because this horse is taking a lot of money. But the 1 and 6 are classy. The 1, the classiest horse. And I mean, this price at 7 to 2 is crazy on the 1, in my opinion. I mean, look at the E morning line at 6 to 5. But this is starter allowance group, and you go look, right? And from a strength of race perspective, he comes out of 64s and 68s for state bred. Pedroza rides, having great meet, third and wins. Kudos to him behind Jose and Paco. And I mean, this horse is facing an easier group, and now facing the starter allowance group. It's like, whoa, come out of state bred. One of stakes, 2 back at 8.5. The price is crazy. So I like the 1-6. I like the 1 on top. I like the exacta, like I talked about. Maybe Liar's Poker hangs around 2 to 3 is probably not true, but I like the 1 on top, and you get a great price in my opinion. 3 horse taking a lot of money. Joe Sharp, burn money last out, but I mean, there's a good run on. There's a lot of speed. Ben Curtis rides now. I mean, he's having a good meet, I would say. I think he's 4th or 5th in wins. And when you look, I mean, they're both coming off the pace, but I think the 1, the classier horse. So win bet there. And I'd play the exacta too. So race 5. This is a good race. The 1, 2, 4 were the horses I thought. It's interesting because Stidham, there's just a lot of horses coming off layoffs today, and like how they're gonna perform. There's some great maiden races. There's some good maiden races earlier in the first race, but Paris Lily looked tough. If she ready, Amalfi Drive is obviously a player. The race could completely fall apart for Conch Fried Rice. It would be crazy, but I could see it at 15 to 1 and see it happening if just it's kind of a crazy madness race. So I wasn't keen in on the 2 in my top pick. I was 2-1-4. I didn't have like super strong opinion between the 3 of them, just because Paris Lily, and you can see my notes if you're e-user, but comes off multiple layoffs. I think that I always forget to turn this off. Looks like they got about 16 minutes. I think that, it's been facing much tougher and comes from great stakes. So if she's ready to go, she's ready to go. But I'm not quite sure. But she should beat this group, in my opinion. It's, Conch Fried Rice for Stidham. Keenly has the 3, and Stidham also has the 4. The 4, I think, gonna go with the 1 to some extent. So, but if they crazy duel, I could see this race setting up for the 1. So that was my opinion there. Man, race 6. This, I don't trust the 1. It'd be my vulnerable favorite on the card. We'll watch the race sim. I think anybody can win this race, even the 6 or 7. I know they have no speed and the rail is out, but it's a pretty wild race. I would be spreading the pick 6 at the moment, man. Joe, I see Joe at Fairgrounds also like the 1. So I think the 1 will take late money at Fairgrounds there in race number 4. But the 3 is here, but I don't trust this horse, and I think it's going to be a short price, and we'll talk about that. It's a state bred allowance. I mean, the horse burned money versus much easier strength of race, and then did win 2 of 3, 2 at Fairgrounds, but has never faced this level of state bred. Maker, Curtis. I just think this horse is going to get over a bet. It definitely fits on the improve and start 14, but this race is wide open, in my opinion, on turf. This card crazy, so that's why I got on for race 4. Again, that's where my strongest opinion was. But the pick 6 might get taken down for the jackpot. It wouldn't surprise me. I might play it. We'll see. But there's a 22,000 carryover. So it would not surprise me to see it be hit today. But, Laser Clad, Bourgeois, Fitz, Hernandez. You look at this again, you can see my notes down here. 1-2 back versus 56, has 1 at 8 and 2 races, once at Evangeline, once at Fairgrounds, needs some pace. Has shown the ability to sit right off last out and ran great versus 64, and this is 62. This, 100% fits in this spot. La Rapidi doesn't have a ton of, GSR on the church side, but did win at Louisiana Downs on the lead. So the 1 is going to be forwardly placed, in my opinion, with Paco. I think it's got to happen. So that would be my perspective there on the 1 and could steal it. But then if this sets up for closers, the 6, the 7, the 8 would not surprise me to blow up the board. Just because I think this race is wide open. I really do. Race 7. It's another great allowance race. But we got 13 minutes till race 4. The 1 horse still 7-2. That's wild. The exacta 1-6 is paying around 15-16-1 both ways. But the one over the 6 paying 16-60. The 3 to run second, you're getting 24-1 off the 1. So, but the 1, I think the 1 take late money, now down to 3-1. So in this allowance race in race 7, Fire Moon, I don't know what that works, but this horse looked alive for Cherie. What a huge race at Churchill. Had a ton of heart, was bounced around. I watched this race, was bounced around in between, came on, rated off the pace, dueled in the stretch, and ended up dead heating. It was a huge race, then goes off on the layoff, right? And this work is, you got to imagine she is absolutely fit and ready to roll. So Fire Moon was my top pick. If the race falls apart, I think Cherie and Gunther could have it cornered. They have both of them. Gunther owns, it's a homebred here, and then this one is like homebred as well. So, but gets back to the dirt on the 5 seat to Sky actually doesn't get back. It was the dirt for the first time, and the GSR goes up. So this horse absolutely, from a GSR play, from a genetic strength rating, could blow up the board, I thought, and see to the Sky for sure. And then Union Miss maybe, but I thought if I was gonna single late, it would probably be here. Is my guess. Yeah, not the next race. Race 8. Or I'd single in race 4. I'd single to kick off this. I'd single to 1 and the pick 6. Maybe I'll put a big ticket together right here at the end. I gotta go basketball at 12:30 and 2 o'clock Pacific. But the turf races are insane. So good. Lots of prices. I was 1-3-4-2, and I thought that the 7 and the 5 as long shots in this race from scratch, the Scotty long shot. But this race is absolutely wide open. That's all I'd leave you with. Like, if you're playing horizontals, I thought that this race was one of the more difficult, along with race 6. You could see at the finish they're right there. But I thought September Magic had good luck. I mean, 4-1 Ben Curtis Tom Amos like ran well at 8, ran 5th, and now they cut back. Could be really dangerous after showing speed there and showed the ability to back in a 58 to close. I'm not sure. I think the pace might stop here. I think you might get a late runner, and you can see the 1 and the 3 to me are a couple of closers to watch out for, in my opinion. The 1 was my top pick. The 3 was my second pick. Ammo Joke does drop on genetic strength rating, but I think this horse fit and ready to roll in 1-2 back off the pace for Joe Sharp. And Hernandez Paco rode there. Now Hernandez ride. But I thought the 4 could win this race. I thought that the 7 and 2 and the 5 would be long shots. So I'd probably be pretty deep spread there. The last race, and I'll let you go and go Seahawks tomorrow, and they play in the Super Bowl. Berlane's a big question mark. It hit my stride, I think fits. Berlane, they do cut back. They were on the slop here in a couple. But this last race I thought was really tough as well. Again, I think the pick 6 could pay. It wouldn't surprise me to get a couple one price in one races and get a couple other okay prices. Looks like it's not a lot in the pool. So, but I don't have a big strong opinion in the last race. I was 3-1-4-6 if I remember right. Let me look here. Yeah. 3-1-4-6 in the 5 maybe. Yeah, 3-1-4-6-5. So I'd be spread there. All right, like I said, I think a good value here in race 4 on the 1 horse. Just call me Elk, and then I'll let you all go. Of course, Gary, go Hawks, man. I think All Night Moonlight. I mean, you're getting 3-1 off a 6-5 E morning light. I still gotta imagine this horse keep taking money. 3 is still the favorite at 5-2. And again, on the race sim just comes the 3 going to be right there. So I think again, exacta play for sure. The 1, I think you could play the 3-6-5 in the try. Tried the 5 taking money in the try, but I think the 1 can be tough. You get a great price, as they talked about. It's coming from tougher. Has the rail, save ground. I think we'll get a good trip with all that speed. Pedrosa rides would be just fine. All right, y'all. Good luck. Have fun. We'll be back soon. No racing tomorrow, so go Hawks. Have fun. Watch the Super Bowl. Spend time with family and friends.